power isn't grabbed. It's cultivated, slowly, silently in the shadows. One of the most overlooked strategies in the unspoken game of influence is strategic unavailability. When you are always present, always reachable, always responding, you become predictable, replaceable, ordinary. But the one who steps back, who guards their time, who is selective with their presence, indifferent to constant attention, that person commands the room. Not because they speak louder, but because their silence speaks volumes. In a world addicted to instant responses and constant validation, your absence becomes your strongest presence. This isn't avoidance. This is calculated distance, a maneuver only the truly powerful understand. Be unavailable, not because you are weak, but because you operate from a higher plane. Hear me clearly. You don't need to be cruel, rude, or hostile. You simply need to stop showing up everywhere, all the time. Constant availability is the slowest form of self-erasure. Every quick reply, every favor you didn't owe, every meeting you didn't need to attend, every yes when you wanted to say no, chips away at your perceived value. Not money, not skill, but perception. And perception controls power. Understand this. Perception is power. You don't need to be the smartest in the room if people believe you are. You don't need to be the most powerful if people treat you as such. But if you are always there, always responding, they will see you like everyone else. The truly powerful withhold. They delay. They vanish, not out of disrespect, but design. Machiavelli would say, "The prince must learn when to be seen and when to disappear." Not arrogance, strategy. Because when you are everywhere, your presence becomes white noise, predictable, ordinary, expected. And the mind doesn't value what it expects. It hunts what it cannot capture. The moment you are reachable any time, they stop trying. Once they stop trying, they stop caring. Once they stop caring, respect dies. You are tolerated, and being tolerated is worse than being hated. Hatred acknowledges existence. Tolerance erases it. Ask yourself, do people reach out because they value you, or because they know you will always answer? Every instant response, every "I'm here if you need me," builds a cage. Availability signals emptiness. It reeks of desperation. You must become the mystery, the one whose presence feels like an event, not a given. Absence builds anticipation. Anticipation builds value. Value builds power. Yes, when you first pull away, people will misunderstand. They will accuse you of coldness, and they will be right. You are colder now, sharper, harder to reach. Because warmth passed out to all is weakness. You don't need to vanish entirely. You need to be strategic with presence. Say no when pressure is fake. Delay responses when urgency is imagined. Respond when it matters, not when convenient. And don't explain. Let them adjust. Let them wonder. Let them guess. That's the magic of unavailability. You become a puzzle, a fire no one can tame. In a world drowning in noise, your silence screams. Withdraw not from fear, but wisdom. Pull back, not to escape, but to rise. When you are not constantly seen, you become worth searching for. And when you are sought, you are respected. You think kindness is enough. You think loyalty is enough. But every instant reply leads to expectation. Every favor builds obligation. Your accessibility becomes a utility. Nothing that is a utility is respected. Machiavelli knew, power is in withholding. Only what is earned is respected. If people can text at midnight and get a 30-second reply, if your schedule bends for every request, if you are always the one checking in, you are predictable, and predictability is the enemy of dominance. Would you value treasure found on every corner? Respect a king who begs attention? Fear a warrior who never leaves the battlefield? Number. Power is scarce, sudden, rare. Be admired. Stop flooding the world with your presence. Let them earn it. When they don't know where you are, they feel you everywhere. This is absence as power. It removes chase, hunger, tension, and tension is the heartbeat of respect. Machiavelli whispers, "A prince easily reached is soon forgotten." You rule not by presence but by rarity. Scared? Good. Let those who cannot handle distance leave. The ones who remain respect it. They see a force, not a convenience. Understand, familiarity breeds contempt. Excessive presence kills prestige. Be kind on your terms. Generous with price. Loyal to those who earn it. This is discipline. The boundary between the useful man and the used man. Filter. Not everyone gets your time, energy, mind. When you walk in, they wonder. When your name appears, it strikes like lightning. Stop flooding the world with availability. Go silent. Return intentionally. When your time is a privilege, attention becomes commanding. Machiavelli didn't write about being liked. He wrote about being feared, respected, remembered. Train yourself. Let messages go unanswered. Let meetings occur without you. Make them earn your presence. In that silence, your legend grows. Availability kills mystique. Mystique begins power. Absence is not weakness. Absence is a weapon. The smartest man disappears. Command attention not by being everywhere, but by being where they don't expect. Pull back. Step out. Force them to feel your absence as a void. The more available you are, the less presence matters. The more they wonder, the more sacred you become. People chase what they can't grasp, respect what they can't possess, fear what they can't predict. Be water when they expect fire, silence when they crave reaction, stillness when provoked. Not antisocial, but selectively social. Your attention must become luxury, your time expensive, your presence earned. Strike at unexpected moments. Unpredictability is power. Absence makes return unforgettable. Next time someone expects you, delay. When they call, pause. Let them question. In that void they imagine project, fear. That fear is more potent than any words. You withdraw not to harm, but to remind. You are not theirs. You are your own. Only those who respect boundaries deserve your presence. Remove yourself. Watch their respect grow. Conversations become measured. Tone becomes careful. You are not permanent, not replaceable. Walk into kingship. Presence for few, rare, sacred. Your silence holy, your distance legendary, your words prophetic. Every interaction must carry weight. Disappear, withdraw, spin the world without you, return with intent. Be the storm they cannot control. Always around, manipulatable, always present, measurable, rarely seen, rarely heard, never predictable. Feared. Unavailability is elevation. You rise above the games, refusing to play on others' schedules. Power sometimes lives in absence. Let others gather, talk, form alliances. You are not there, and it unnerves them. Influence grows in silence. Stories form. Strength, mystery, superiority are projected. Scarcity creates legend. Seen too often, normal, unreachable. Power, ghost in the room. Whisper behind doors. Shadow shaping decisions. King does not attend all. General does not answer all. Ruler does not explain all. They watch from above. Strike not from need, but design. Weak minds never grasp this. Being everywhere is desperate. Being unavailable is calculated. Leverages perception. Perception is power. Withhold. People grow anxious. Need your words, attention. you remain still. Warmth is controlled flame, not stolen fire. The ever-available man is a resource. The unavailable man is a standard. Replaceable versus unforgettable. Be willing to be misunderstood, resented, even hated. Their anger confirms your power. They are frustrated because your presence is addictive. Control emotion by absence. Pull back. Don't reply immediately. Leave questions unanswered. Walk out without announcing return. Return intentional, sharp, unforgettable. Kings move like this. Emperors rise like this. Legends born like this. Presence is thunder. Absence is winter. Vanish. Let distance teach your value. Let them wonder if you'll return. Unavailability is power. Machiavellian law of presence, rarely seen, deeply felt, never owned. Human nature, desire what they cannot touch. Chase the one who doesn't chase back. Crave the just out of reach. Unavailability is strategy. Scarcity is power. Gold, freedom, mystery, valuable for rarity. Always around, kill mystique. Remove tension that builds respect. Predictable, common, disposable. Need or convenience, always available equals latter. Used, not valued. Tolerated, not respected. Limited access equals importance. Silence equals depth. Distance equals strength. Absence equals proof of options. Purpose, power. Not arrogance, value. Scarcity creates demand. Demand creates desire. Desire creates power. Power keeps untouchable. Average man seeks validation, gives away attention, answers instantly, attends all invitations, dilutes himself, not you. You move on your own time. Don't rush to be understood. Don't bleed for unearned loyalty. Control access equals control influence. Scarcity equals reverence. Diamonds, rare art, limited editions. Apply this to identity. Presence must be earned, not assumed. People value what they must work for. Availability equals privilege, not guarantee. Break pattern. Discomfort will arise. Accusations of coldness, distance, aloofness. Let them. It's power shifting. They are no longer in control. You are. They try to guilt you back to old self. Your presence is now statement. Time is investment. Silence is strategy. Too easy to reach. People lazy with worth. Unknown return. Every word remembered. Energy replayed. Thoughts imagined. Unforgettable. Rare equals loudest. Stop overexposing soul. Pull back equals tension. Silence equals curiosity. Disappearance equals amplified presence. Not weak. Too powerful to be everywhere. Let them chase. Let them wonder. Finally, realize. You are not anyone. You cannot be treated like everyone.